Now, I had created a framework, an example of a speech before. I call it financial planning during a crisis. And you say we are faced with uncertainty. And one of the ways in which we can make sure that we survive this economic crisis, or how to manage our monies during a crisis, is there a couple of things we can do. Number one is switch off the extra lights at home. Number two is we could start a chapati business to earn extra money. Number three, you could also start calling people who owe you money to make sure that they pay you back. Now, and if you don't, then you might lose the quality of your life. Now, what if all the things I'm telling you, they don't work? What you do is go to your creator God and say, God, give me the answers. Now I'm stuck, and you'll be. And the other thing you can do, if you're totally stuck, go to a financial planning advisor. They'll give you a tip, tight and short. But but just to prove to you that this framework works, this framework is powerful, give me a topic that you feel I'm not an expert at, and then I'll see if I can create a speech right now in front of you live on CNN Live and BBC Live, as you know. Yes. Pardon me? Fashion. What do you want me to talk about fashion? Fashion business? Well, fashion is very broad. Which angle? Fashion. Fashion business. Which audience? Young adults? Okay, good. So today, and now I want you to follow. Do you want me to keep alerting you that I'm on what and on why, or you will be able to follow? You'll follow. You'll follow. Okay. So let's follow the framework. So I want us to talk about starting a profitable fashion business. So why is fashion business important? See, when I look at us as young people, we are talking about people who love fashion. How many of us love to be stylish? When you go out there, people look at you and you're like, wow, I am here. How many of us love that? By show of hands. You see, the whole room is here, meaning all these could be your customers. So when you're talking about fashion, you're talking about the language of young, stylish people. And guess what? Uganda is a country filled with young people. We know, according to research, that just from the age of 17 and below, that's 50% of the population. The age of 18 to 30, that is 22%. And that's already an earning generation. So you should start a fashion business, because you know you're tapping into a very young generation that loves fashion, and they are already in income generating bracket, at least that bracket of 22%. And the other reason you should consider as fashion business is that you yourself, you wake up you never be bored. Because fashion, you have to be creative, you have to be on your toes. So you enter the room, you look at the colors, the bright colors, you feel fantastic. But also we know that when it is fashion, you attract some of the brightest and sharpest minds that you work with, because you have to be very sharp to consider fashion. The other reason is that it's very profitable. It's a very profitable business. You can do something, you can produce something for $10, and then you can sell it even for $100. Now, if you don't do fashion business, then guess what? You're going to get into boring business, whereby whether it's something very repetitive, but fashion is always very creative. So how can you start a profitable fashion business? Number one, first ask yourself, what am I passionate about? Because you want to wake up every day excited. Then people will feel the infusion of your passion in your work. So find something that you're passionate about. Number two, the second step is, once you find your passion, you need to test it out in the market. Are people interested? So go talk to some of your friends. Go talk to potential buyers, people who are earning, not just people who are just, who don't have, people who are potential buyers. Say, I was considering, is this something that you can do? Then, and of course, you go there with a dummy on your computer, for example, or your phone. So they look at it. And then ask them, okay, if you are interested, if I produce, then next you test the price. Would this range work for you? Once you notice that that has worked, then you go to the drawing board and say, okay, they're interested in this sort of a dress or shirt. So how much does it take to produce? You look at the numbers, the financials. To say, to produce that, this is what I would need. And then once you thought through the production, next step is to think about the marketing. How are you going to take it to the market, such that then you know that if it is taking you $10 to produce, then you need another $10 to market it. And now you know the total cost is $20. Then it will determine the price to price it at. Now all of a sudden you sell it, say $50 or something like that. Now you have to you have to find the resources, because it's not enough to write it out on the paper. You have to find the resources. Go find the monies, and then once you found the monies, hire the right talent, because you have to get the right people to do the right work, and then you get the product out. And then have a project timeline and roll it out as quickly as possible and be aggressive. And now, what if all of a sudden you have all these plans and people say no? They're like, no, but we don't have to come next week, next month, and you're stuck. What do? What you do is you go look for partners. People who are already in this fashion business say, can you sell this for me? And then I'll give you this kind of commission. Number 2, get straight sales commissions. And finally, so my challenge to you is, as you go out there, I want you to go back home and come up with a fashion business plan. Go online, search for hot passion trends, and see of those trends, which one are you most passionate about, and start following these 5 steps that I've given you to make sure that you start this fashion business. God bless you. Give him a sweet. Thank you. Thank you. 2. Thank you. So, does it make sense? And I mean, I've never talked about fashion. Okay, but that's the power of following a structure. This structure is priceless. So we know, according to science, that there are what learners, why learners, how learners, and what do I do next. So I bet you, of all the speeches which did not connect, you are like, what are they talking about? Have you ever had that experience? Or have you ever asked yourself, why should I care? Yes or no? Or have you ever asked yourself, okay, now what do I do? How do I go about it? Meaning there it's missing the how. Has it ever happened to you? Or you've ever asked yourself, now what do I do? The action. Yes or no? Yes. So typically, it's when you miss this. So metaphors, illustrations, proverbs, they are so powerful when you're speaking. So again, now once you're clear about your purpose, and you know the structure, the what, the why, then you ask, where can I, which metaphor can I use here? Which story can I use to illustrate? Which illustration, which example can I use? Because part of what I see as a challenge with speeches is that they are so dry. They lack pizza, they lack spicing. So these are the spices you use in your speech. That's how a speech gets interesting. You add these spices. Are we together? Does that? Now, when I say spices, that's like a metaphor of sorts. Are we together? Next, past experience or experience from other sources. So if you can share your own, we'll be talking about stories, but if you can share your own personal story or experience, it's more powerful than sharing other people's experiences.